Something going on with my live. I don't know what's going on. Something going on with my live. I don't know what's going on. But but yeah, seems like it's good now. Um, yeah, man, I just wanted to go live right quick, man, and talk about the reasons why I quit drinking alcohol. The reason why I quit drinking alcohol is because I was I was living in fantasy land. You understand what I'm saying? I was living in fantasy land, and the drinking took away a lot of my, it took away a lot of my problems for a little moment. It took away a lot of my problems. It took away certain fears. It took away my insecurities, really. And drinking, man, it was it was very bad on me, man. It was very bad on me. I had my good times. Usually, it. Let me just start off how I started drinking. The reason why I started drinking is because I see my daddy drink. My daddy used to drink all the time. My daddy drink all the time, right? Well, yeah, he drank all the time, and used to see my daddy drink a lot. So that already, as a kid, it already inspired me to say, you know what, I'm gonna start drinking. Then I came on to teenage years, 17. I think I started drinking when I was like 18, 19 years old. But I already had that spark in my brain to like, okay, drinking is okay because I seen, certain family members drink. My daddy even gave me a little beer when I was little. You know what I'm saying? So it was looked on as being okay. So by the time I got to a certain age, it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Soon somebody handed me a drink, I already knew what to do with it. The thing I like to drink so much was the gin. I used to drink gin a lot. So, but that was like one of the first drinks I started with was gin. So it started off just being, just kind of hanging out, drinking, partying and drinking. Then it turned into just a big habit. It turned into a big habit. And what I realized right now, man, the reason why I was drinking, man, because I was living in fantasy land, man. I was living in fantasy land. That's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to drink all the time, and it turned into a small habit to a big habit. I just started drinking constantly, over and over and over again. You understand what I'm saying? It's because I was just in fantasy land, man. I was suppressing everything that I was, just suppressing my thoughts, suppressing my feelings, just suppressing everything, man. I didn't want to deal with life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I started drinking. Because I was, at first it was just a partying thing, man. You just go out every weekend, man. You're partying, you're drinking with your friends, and you're having a good time. And then it turned into a whole spiral of just constantly just drinking and just my worst moments is just, man, just throwing up. I used to hate, man. I drunk so much, man. I was throwing up. You understand what I'm saying? Just throwing up, just throwing up, blackouts. It's been a time, man. I drunk so much, man. I was driving and I literally like blacked out. I don't even know how the hell I even made it home. That's how much I was drinking. It was that bad. It got into that bad. Now I'm not trying to make this video, man, to try to get somebody to quit drinking. I'm just trying to give you, just I want you to think, is it really worth you drinking? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can drink occasionally, and that's a good thing that you could drink occasionally. You don't have to drink all the time, and that's a good thing that you know how to control it. But one thing about humans, man, we are addicted to habits. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we can be very compulsive when it comes to habits. And I was compulsive when it came to my drinking. My drinking changed. It changed my attitude. It changed my mood. It changed a lot of things, man. And the only reason why I was drinking is because, I didn't, it was hard for me to express myself without drink. I was very codependent on the alcohol. Just being, couldn't go to certain parties without drinking. Couldn't go to certain places without drinking. Couldn't do anything without drinking. I know some people that couldn't even go to work without drinking. You understand what I'm saying? But I was never one of those type of people. I never drink before, going to work or anything like that. But at the same time, driving around, drinking and stuff like that, man, that stuff, I ended up in a lot of car accidents and a lot of stuff, man. Man, I was a menace, man. I was a menace to society when it came to alcohol, man. I was a savage when it came to alcohol. But that whole point, it was just because I was running from myself. From myself. I was constantly running from myself. That's all I was doing. That's the reason why I was drinking, just running from myself. I was too busy trying to live in fantasy land. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to quit. I had to quit. That was the whole reason for me quitting. You know what I'm saying? And I relapsed. It was so hard to stop drinking. I relapsed so many times, man. It was so many times I drink, man, and I stopped for like, man, I could stop for like 6 months, stop for a whole year, and I go right back to drinking again. Because it had gotten to the point, man, that it was just a habit that I felt like that I could not control. But I've been off alcohol for a long time now, man. I've been off for a long time, and it feels good, man, to be. And one thing about it, man, that urge never leaves. That urge never leaves. You know what I'm saying? When you drinking and you drink it for a while, so just prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person that wants to quit alcohol and stuff, like, prepare yourself for those urges, because those urges, it seems like those urges never go away. You know what I'm saying? It never go away. And the withdrawals are like, man, it's like you was smoking crack or something, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It felt like I was smoking crack, man. I was on heroin or something, man, just trying to quit drinking. So you're gonna go through the sweats, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through the flashbacks and the negative mindset of, like, if you sure this is what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Especially, and you have to get away from people that you have been drinking around. All your old friends, stuff like that, man. If they do not support you, if they don't support you or not drinking, man, you gotta leave them alone. You gotta leave them alone, because you ain't no way you're gonna be able to drink. Well, ain't no way you're gonna stop drinking and you hanging around people that drink. It's impossible. If you're trying to quit, that's what you're gonna have to do. That's definitely what you're gonna have to do. Trust me. I like I said, I've been there, and I used to drink a lot. I drank wine, I drank liquor, I drank beer. I was a freaking fish when it came to drinking, man. I didn't give a fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you, I did not give a fuck. I just love to fucking drink. You know what I'm saying? Drinking was my thing. Like, everybody say they first drug is like weed or whatever. Like, my first drug was alcohol. I used to love to drink, man. But like I said, from the beginning, man, from when I was little, my father sparked that in my brain that drinking was okay. Drinking was never really looked down. Well, it was kind of looked down from in my household, because my mother, she used to stay on my dad's ass about him drinking so goddamn fucking much. But he ain't give a fuck. So it's like, he ain't give a fuck. So I'm his son. So I'm looking like, damn, daddy don't give a fuck. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck either. Shit, I'm a drink. You feel what I'm saying? So from a little, it was already planned for me to even start drinking. You know what I'm saying? It was already planned, and then I never really seen my daddy really get into too much bullshit because of his drinking. So that really, I looked at it as, and kind of acknowledged that shit. Like, okay, it got to be a good thing. But boy, was I fucking wrong. I was fucking wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I was wrong. And like I said, some people know how to drink, healthy. But at the end of the day, man, when it comes to drinking, man, it's always because people drink just to relax. They say it's relaxing, but it suppresses it's nothing but a suppressed drug. That's all it does. It just suppress whatever the fuck you going through. And then if you suppress it, and if you suppress your emotions, you suppress your anger, you suppress anything, it's going to eventually come out. It's not going to be, you're going to suppress it for a little while, then it's just gone. So that is a very important thing to know, to not suppress anything, and definitely do not use any type of substance to suppress it. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to learn, as far as like me drinking, and this is what you got to look out for too. If you trying to drink, stop drinking it, you have to look out you have to look out as far as like when it comes to your moves. Because man, it's terrible. Like when your moves because your moves gonna start to change. your mind is going to start to change, and you got to know how to balance those emotions. You're going to have to learn how to balance it. I'm still trying to learn how to balance, because sometimes, usually when if I get mad or anything like that, the first thing I want to do, I want to go drink. If I feel like I can't control my emotions, or I'm going through some type of anxiety, or I'm going through some type of fear, I have to go drink. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, very codependent when it comes to drinking. So you have to really find something that you do not like. You're gonna have to depend on. I don't care what it is. It could be chocolate. It could be anything. But you're gonna have to find something to be able to, something healthy for you to depend on, because it's gonna be there. A lot of people. I recommend gum. Gum relaxes the mind. Gum relaxes the mind, so it's good to eat gum. Eat you some gum. I eat a whole lot of gum. People be like, man, dang, you eat a lot of gum. You be chewing. I be chewing, because man, it relaxes my mind. It relaxes my mind. I'm very codependent. I'm very dependent on gum. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to choose anything, man, get you some gum. You know what I'm saying? If you stop drinking, you want to slow down. Even if you don't even just completely stop drinking, maybe you just might want to go a whole year without drinking. Man, get you some gum, man. Get you some gum that you like. Man, eat you some gum, man. It helps. It helps. Trust me, it helps a lot. A lot of people be like, man, why you eat so much gum? Because, I used to drink. I used to drink a lot. I've been out, man. I stopped drinking, man. It's been about 6 years now, man. It's going on about a good 6 years. No alcohol. No alcohol. I'm talking about no alcohol, period. I don't like anything. I don't care. I don't want no alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It's certain like juices and stuff with like alcohol. I don't even drink that. I don't want no type of alcohol in my body, period. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about me, man, when I stop something, man, I stop. I don't go. I try my best not to go back. I try my best. If I'm gonna stop, if I'm gonna commit myself to anything, that's it. I'm committed, and you have to be committed to it, man. It's just like working out, man, exercising. You're not gonna see your body change until you commit yourself to it. You understand what I'm saying? Just I did the same thing. I was, man, 200 pounds. 200 pounds. You feel me? 300 now, 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to like 180. You feel me? So it's like, man, you have to do that. You have to be consistent. You got to be committed to it. So when it comes to the drinking, man, you have to be committed to it. But man, I'm telling you, it helps you with your emotions a lot, man. It helps you with your emotions a lot. If you want to hear any benefits, it helps with your emotions a lot. You definitely gonna lose a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight, stop drinking. You know what I'm saying? If you're a type of person that want to get healthy, you want to stop, you want to lose weight and stuff like that, man, stop drinking. Drop drinking that alcohol, man. It's so much carb, it's so much sugar in alcohol. I never even knew sugar was even that much sugar in alcohol until I looked it up, and I'm like, damn, it's a lot of sugar in alcohol, a whole lot of it, man. It's a whole lot of it. So if you want to lose weight, you want to kind of get healthy, man, quit the alcohol. You ain't got to quit forever. You know what I'm saying? Just quit, for a good, 6 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to start seeing your body change. You're going to start seeing your body. Start seeing my body change. And I'm like, damn. When I started, I said, damn, that alcohol really do your body. It does. It does. That's why you see a lot of people with the beer bellies, and, they real heavy a lot. They do a lot of drinking. They drink a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that's definitely a benefit. So that's two benefits. You know what I'm saying? Your emotions will get better. You'll know how to you'll learn how to not depend on certain things when it comes to your emotions, and you get healthier. You're more healthier. A third reason, man, look, you'll probably stay out of trouble. Because one thing about me, I stayed in trouble. I mean, it's like every day, I was in somebody's jailhouse, man, because I couldn't control myself. I couldn't control my emotions. I always end up in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because I drink a lot. You know what I'm saying? So the alcohol, man, that stuff, man, I remember plenty of fights, clubs. You know what I'm saying? People dragging me out the club. You know what I'm saying? Because I done got drunk and lost my goddamn emotions. You know what I'm saying? I done got into my darn feelings. You feel me? So man, it definitely keeps you out of trouble. sex wise, you know what I'm saying? I don't be looking to have sex as much as I used to when I was on the alcohol. When I was on the alcohol, man, it's like you could not stop having sex. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be just giving yourself to know anybody. You want to have some type of high standards about yourself, man. But that's this video is just for anybody, man, that just feel like they want to quit alcohol for a little while, or they just want to quit alcohol forever, man. Look, you can do it, man. You should do it. You should do it. Trust me, you should do it, man. You should see, man, how it feels to not be on alcohol. Trust me, it was a long time, man. I was on alcohol for a long time. It took me, man, till I got like in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? So I'm spending, 18, 19, 20, on up to like my 30s and stuff drinking, man. It's a long time to be drinking, man. It's a long time to be damaging your body like that, man. That's over a decade of damaging your body, damaging your liver, your bladder, your all that, So I go to the doctor regularly now, man, and I'm healthy. But at first, man, I had high blood pressure. I didn't even know I had high blood pressure. I started going to the doctor. So 9 out of 10, the alcohol, man, it caused a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? It caused a lot of that. Alcohol does a lot of damage to your body. And you gotta treat your body, man, right, man, because you only get one body, man. After this body, it's over with. You straight to the dirt. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, you might as well take care of it. Take care of it as much as you can. Like I said, I'm not the perfect person, you know what I'm saying? But, man, getting rid of that alcohol, man, it helped me a lot, man. It helps me a lot to navigate myself through this life, man. I don't get as angry as I used to, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to get pissed the fuck off, man. Really fucking pissed the fuck out on alcohol, man. Just be ready to just do anything. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely, I don't even get pissed off as much as I used to. I still get pissed off. Motherfucker at my job the other day pissed me the fuck off. You feel me? Cause you know how it is, man. Motherfuckers be trying to be coming with that bullshit ass criticism and shit. You know what I'm saying? Want to criticize you and all that kind of shit at work and shit. But at the same time, man, you gotta take it as a grain of salt, man. Stand up for yourself, man, and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Or tell a person, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, I understand your opinion, and I'm gonna move on. Which I told him, you know what I'm saying? I understand your opinion, and I moved on. Even though I was pissed off, wanted to slap the shit out of his ass, but he ain't approached me with that type of energy, so I'm not gonna approach him with that energy. So, it helps me, when because I was drinking. The first thing I want to do, man, is want to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to work and want to fight some goddamn body, or just quit the job or whatever. You feel me? Whatever it is, it's gonna make me blow up. I'm gonna blow the fuck up. You feel me? So, it helped me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Stop drinking, man, because like I said, codependent on that shit, man. And you know what I'm saying? You suppressing all your emotions. You suppressing your anger. You get that alcohol, man, you suppressing that shit, man. You suppressing whatever the fuck you going through in life, you suppressing it. I promise you're suppressing it. That's the reason why you drinking it. You know what I'm saying? People drink just to act like who they really want to act like. You feel me? Like, people be scared to act like they want to act, so they'll start drinking. And I was like that. That's why I can speak on it, because I was like that. You know what I'm saying? I was afraid. Even if I was afraid to talk to a woman, I'd rather talk to a drunk. That's how fucked up I was. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather talk to her and conversate her why I'm drunk, because I'm so, like, the anxiety and shit. I had a lot of anxiety and stuff, so the drinking got rid of the anxiety. You feel me? Or if I'm ready to fight somebody or whatever, and I might be getting anxiety and scared but shit, get that alcohol. I feel like I'm Superman. You feel me? So that's just that's how it was, man. And that wasn't a healthy thing. It wasn't. And trust me, I reflected on all these demons. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can say it. You know what I'm saying? I reflected on all these demons. I reflected on a lot of them, man. And like I said, man, I started after I stopped drinking alcohol, I started using rubbers. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even use no rubber, none of that shit, man. When I was when I was drinking and shit, man, because I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about no fucking rubber and shit. You feel me? But soon I stopped drinking, shit, I was slapping the rubber on and everything now, man. So, man, stay healthy. I told you ain't got number one body. You feel me? You ain't got number one body, man. But that drinking, man, it causes you to really just not care about anything, bro. For me it was. I ain't saying for anybody else. Anybody else, you might be, more, more intelligent, more smart or whatever when you drink or whatever. I don't know. Even though they say it fucks up your mind and shit when you drink. But you got a lot of people, man, they drink, man, and they be on point on a lot of things. You feel me? But I'm talking about self, man, because when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to self. So yeah, man, just you gotta stop, man. You gotta slow down. If it's messing up your life, man, slow down, man. Just slow down, man. Like I said, I didn't nobody sit back and just let me know, you know what I'm saying, what was going on with me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time and all the friends I was hanging around with, wasn't nobody telling me to stop drinking. Didn't nobody say, man, I think you need to slow down, man. Yeah, man, now I think about it, I don't think I heard nobody say that. I don't think I heard nobody say, man, I think you need to slow down. Man, you're drinking a little too much. Man, you got. Oh, you know what it is. Alcohol is a harem, which you get bad sins. Okay, well, okay, Muslim, yeah, man. Yeah, the Muslim culture, their whole religion, they don't deal with alcohol or nothing like this. So, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I'm definitely understand where you're coming from with the Muslim thing. I listen to a lot of Elijah Muhammad. I listen to Elijah Muhammad. I listen to a lot of Malcolm X, man, Louis Farrakhan. I listen to a lot of them, man, and they definitely downplay alcohol a lot. So I feel you on that as far as like with the Muslim, man. That's actually a good thing, man. They actually say they actually say that's the real religion. You know what I'm saying? But every religion every religion say that. So, but yeah, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Hit that notification bell, man. Love, peace, and power, man. Y'all be good out there.